walk you guys through how to set up your Google Doc for your personal narrative essay. So if you're at your home screen, you can click on two things. You can either click on your Google Drive, or if you already have Google Docs downloaded on your device, you are going to open up Docs. Feel free to pause this video if you don't have Google Docs on here, and I would download that. It's going to make it a lot easier. So now that I'm in my Google Docs, I'm going to go to the bottom right hand corner and I'm going to hit the plus sign. And I'm going to tap on where it says New Document. So what's going to pop up, especially if you're in the app, so please be using the app, not the web version. If you are in the app, then the first thing it's going to have you do is it's going to have you title your document. So I want you to title it with your last name. I am going to do, I'll just do Harry Potter. So Potter, that's how you spell it. So Potter, and then you're going to do comma H period. So that's your last name, comma, your first initial with a period. And then you're going to type out personal narrative. You'll notice that the first letter in my last name is capitalized, the first letter in my first name is capitalized, and then personal and narrative are both capitalized and spelled correctly. Please make sure you are taking the time to do that. If you need to pause the video, do that now, please. When you are done doing that, you are going to hit create. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up our heading. In the top toolbar, there is this button, and these are, there's the left one, there's the middle one, and there's the right one. We're going to hit the right one, and we're going to make our heading. So your heading is your first and last name, capitalized, spelled correctly. You're going to hit enter. From there, you are going to put your teacher's name, that's me. You're going to put Keen, and then you're going to put your class period. So let's say that this is first period. So this is your heading. So your first and last name, my last name, and then first period, or if you're in seventh period, please put seventh period, don't put first period, etc. You're not going to mess with the font, the color, the size, anything like that, okay? Then you're going to hit return 2 times. 1, 2. And then you're going to hit this middle button right here. So now my blinking cursor should be right here. It should be in the center. So now you're just going to type the title, which is personal narrative. Again, making sure that I'm spelling it correctly. I'm capitalizing the P in personal and the N in narrative. From there, I'm going to hit return 2 times. Then I'm going to move this guy right here. And I'm going to go back to the left-hand side. Okay? So now my document is prepared to type. Before I start typing, though, I'm going to hit the tab key on the left-hand side of my keyboard, T-A-B. And what it's going to do is it's going to move it over. So when it's moved over, that means that my paragraph is going to start here. So I'm just going to pretend to type some things out, like this is my personal narrative essay. I really hope Mrs. Keen enjoys reading it. I promise I will use big kid words and will use proper punctuation and grammar. My story will be detailed about a memorable moment in my life. So what you'll notice is right here, I've indented. So this should be moved over. Now, it shouldn't all be indented. Neither, also your whole text, so your whole paragraph right here, This whole thing should not look like it's centered like this. It shouldn't look like it's over here. It needs to be over to the left-hand side with this being indented. If you wanted to start a new paragraph, you would hit enter, tab again, and then this is where you would start your new, well, not her, your new paragraph. Make sure you are following your plot diagram. Please do not change any font settings on this document. Good luck typing. Okay, so if this was written out, this is kind of what it would look like. The reason why we indent right here is to show that we're starting a new paragraph, okay? So at this point, you've had your setup. You're not typing right now. You need to do one final thing, and that final thing is you're gonna hit the plus sign up top, this plus sign right here. Nope, I lied, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna hit the 3 right here, and you are going to hit share and export, okay? Then you are gonna tap share, and you are going to start typing in my name. So if you start typing in my last name, K-E-E-N, you'll see that my name pops up. And so you are gonna hit Cayman and Keen. And what this is doing is this is sharing your document with me. Now, it defaults to editor, meaning I can go in and type on your document. You can keep that there, it's totally fine. Or you can go in and just hit viewer, and then I can't type on your document. Either way, I won't type on your actual document. Once you've shared it, then you will hit this little like paper airplane, and then you're done. So now you can start actually typing out your essay. You're gonna take the information straight from, let me pull it up, let's see if I can do it, okay. You are going to take the information from Notability. So what I would do if this were me, I would have Notability pulled up and I would split screen right here, my Google Doc. So I'm gonna go and delete this text because this is obviously where I started typing, being silly and typing out random things. So I would make sure my tab is there, and I would start typing out how I would start out my story. So this way you can start it out anyway. I'm gonna probably start with my setting, or I could start with an interesting hook or something like that. So for me to get the story going, I'm just gonna kind of figure out where do I want my place to be and how am I gonna stay. So I could say, it was the beginning of my sophomore year in college, and I was hanging out in my dorm room. Then I'm going to continue to talk about what I was doing and also lay out more of the time. I said it was in my sophomore year in college, and then I said that I was hanging out, you know, in my dorm room. And so I could go even more. I was supposed to be studying. Instead, I was on my 6th episode of Vampire Diaries, because that is what I was doing. Then I would continue to move through my story. Just because you're typing this out right now does not mean that this is your final draft, okay? So I want you to pause this video, end this video, double check that you set up your document right, and then I want you to go in and start thinking about how are you gonna start typing this out, okay? And what is that gonna look like, okay? Remember that when we're putting this, all of the information on to our, you know, taking it out of the plot diagram, when you're putting it onto your actual document, you must go in order. But you're also not tied to this. So if I decide maybe, you know what, I really don't, in Notability, like I don't think that I need to talk about how my mom and I had gone to lunch, I don't have to talk about that. You know, I'm not married to this document. I can change anything. Maybe I want to add a little bit more into my resolution about learning this like lesson to not lie to my parents down at the bottom. I can go in and add that. So you're kind of really it's up to you how you want to take the information that you brainstormed and then put it together in your essay. Okay, I know I'm not here today to help you, but try your hardest. Ask Miss Cotting some questions if you have questions, and just try your hardest to get your thoughts down on paper, and then we can go back in on Monday and we can talk it out, see where you're stuck at, and I can help you add in some things if you need. Good luck today. I cannot wait to read these. Please make sure that you are finishing you've watched this entire video and you're able to get started typing out this essay. If you need help, ask questions to Miss Cotting or your neighbors. Yeah, good luck, and I will see you guys on Monday.